He's guided 3 different clubs to the playoffs. Nobody's ever done that. Dave Marish profiles this terrific coach when we return. We started the season with 8 new coaches. Only 2 of them made the playoffs, John Robinson and here Chuck Knox. I think Knox deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
I'll tell you, he certainly gets it from his players. You talk to these upstart Seahawks, and they'll tell you the personality of their team is the personality of their coach, Chuck Knox.
Straight, disciplined, funny, but aggressive.
A hard-nosed type of person who was a straight shooter, to tell you right out, you know, who was who and what was going to be what.
He's a great communicator. He knows how to get his point across. If he tells you something, you know that's the way it's going to be.
A great team has to be more than just the sum of its parts. But building that synergistic whole, Chuck Knox knows, means making each of the parts play to his fullest.
Realizing that everybody is an individual as far as personality is concerned, and working with the individual personalities, the individual talents that you have on your football team, trying to best utilize the talents that are there.
The turning point in the Seattle season came with the change of quarterbacks. Jim Zorn out, Dave Craig in. Sometimes switching quarterbacks can be traumatic for a team, but for the Seahawks it wasn't. And part of the reason was when Chuck Knox made his move, he made it decisively.
He says, we're going to make a change. You're going to be the change. You've done a good job. Just continue doing what you've been doing, and it's your job till you lose it, and that's the way it was.
Credit belongs to Jim Zorn, the type of person that he is. And he's a team-oriented football player, and he didn't necessarily agree with the decision, but he accepted it as a man, and he's been a big help in a supportive role.
Jim Zorn's cooperative spirit helped to make the Seahawks year, but Dave Craig's accurate arm helped even more. Last Saturday was Craig's masterpiece. 12 completions in 13 attempts, 3 touchdown passes, and a couple of completions literally right in the face of Louis Wright, the Denver Broncos' best cornerback. It was another acting out of Coach Knox's personality.
I don't know if it was that we tried to work on Louis in particular, but he just happened to be there, and we weren't going to change our scheme just because Louis Wright was over there.
From a scouting standpoint, we're going to look at the strengths and weaknesses that our opponents have, and obviously try and stop the things that they do best, take advantage of the things that they do not do as well. But basically, the big concern always is our preparation, because preparation precedes confidence.
Chuck is only concerned about the mental aspects of the game, because he knows very well that the physical aspects will come and that the players will prepare themselves physically to meet the task on game day. But mental preparation is the thing that Chuck really stresses.
So in Miami, you're really playing a mirror image team. They don't take penalties. They have a good turnover ratio. They play within their own intelligence.
Yes, Miami is a team that does play very sound and precise and intelligent football. And Don Shula has to be one of the greatest coaches in the National Football League. And I think Chuck Knox and Don's philosophy are similar.
I've known him a long time, and he coached at the University of Kentucky under Blanton Collier. I came there after he had left. Bill Arnsparger, the defensive coordinator, and I coached on the same staff at the University of Kentucky. We've played each other over the years, and you know, it's just a challenge anytime you're going to face a Don Shula coached football team, because you know they're not going to make many mistakes. They're well coached. They're going to play with a lot of enthusiasm. But then this is the way the game should be played anyhow.
You notice that little smile on Knox's face when he says this one will be played the way the game ought to be played? It's almost as if he doesn't care about the final score. Of course he does, but the way this season has gone, as his veteran tight end Charles Young said, we're winners before we even hit the field.